This came across my feed the other day. Joey Swoll actually tweeted it. If you don't know who Joey Swoll is, you should. I'm sure you do. He has a massive platform. He has like, I don't know, a couple million followers maybe. I don't really follow him that super closely. He does a great job, but he tweeted this the other day. So it's so stupid. And the reason why I wanted to cover this is because this is not a new narrative at all. This narrative has been getting pushed for years, which I'm going to show you here in just a little bit. I have some slides, some older articles, which I didn't realize when I put it together, but two of them are written by the same person, which is interesting. I think she might have an issue. And I've noticed that many of them, most of them, probably 90% of them are written by women. I'm just saying. I don't know what that is, but that's the reality of it. So why are Americans so obsessed with protein? Blame MAGA. And this is my favorite part. From the Liver King to the podcast bros to RFK Jr.'s Maha constituents, America's infatuation with protein has reached a fever pitch and it's undeniably gendered. Oh, God. Guys, it's gendered. It's gendered, you guys. Everything is gendered. It's not gendered. Shut the fuck up. All right, so I'll read you just a couple of things that I'm going to read you a couple the segments of this article, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But it's really like a bigger picture thing that I want to discuss. So, quote, I don't have a good sense on what's driving that right now, other than if it's just the usual manosphere or manomania here in the United States, says Peter Cohen, an internist at Cambridge Health Alliance and associate professor at Harvard Medical School, who leads the center's supplement research program. Everyone's letting their testosterone out these days. One thing he's noticed, more men than women arrive at his office interested in protein. It's not only men who care about protein, but a mosey through recent history suggests a strong correlation between the rise of the likes of the men's right movement and our national lust for protein, which is how we got to the quagmire of contradiction, where in a manosphere helmed by Donald Trump, he of the diet dubbed by his own health secretary, the admittedly often incorrect Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to be really like bad, has such a vocal contingent of intense protein maxing health obsessives. The intertwinement of masculinity and red meat and its attendant health properties, namely protein, is strong and deeply seated. A 2023 study found that men were, quote, more likely to eat foods to the extent that those foods were perceived as higher in masculinity and lower in femininity. Food doesn't have a fucking gender, you guys. Food doesn't have a gender. It's okay. All right. Which correlated with foods that were seen as higher in protein. Another from this year found that men who have what they describe as a strong meat-eating identity, which just sounds homoerotic, right? Which is funny, also tend to perceive themselves as more masculine. An obsession with protein affords a masculine-coded cover on the feminine-coded world of body image and dieting, and a subject over which men can bond as bros. While discussing the carnivore diet, Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn, both members of the podcast contingent, widely seen to have played a major part in turning the election for Trump, laud the powers of red meat while acknowledging that some people do well on a vegetarian diet. Not for me, dude, Rogan says with grim resolve, before sliding into a tangent about Rogan's avoidance of pizza that becomes somehow aggressively erotic. Listen, I get kind of passionate about some pizza too. Who doesn't? If I had a couple of cocktails, Rogan murmurs, I probably would have grabbed a slice. Vaughn begins shifting in his chair. Oh, fuck yeah, boy. It's such a bizarre thing to include in this article. A couple of tequilas. Rogan smiles coyly at his interlocutor. Next thing you know, I want some pizza. Oh, dude, Vaughn grits his teeth. I'll do whatever after that, boy. The so-called liver king, who rips into raw animal hearts, testicles, and livers with his teeth, hawks protein supplements purportedly high in organs, including blood, colostrum, and tallow, none of which, it should be noted, is an organ. His ensuing online popularity afforded him entry into a world populated by his right-wing idols. Last year, he posted a video compilation of himself fanboying over Trump, Logan Paul, and others. Okay, so I think that's the last slide I have from the article. Yeah. The liver king is full of shit. Let's just get that out of the way from jump. The dude's a liar. He's a con man. We all know it. He's been busted. So fuck the Liver King. I don't know why anybody's still following the dude after he's been fully and thoroughly exposed. Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn are comedians and meatheads. At least Rogan's a meathead. I don't know a whole lot about either one of them. I don't really watch. Theo Vaughn's kind of funny, as far as I remember. I haven't watched a ton of his stuff. He says some really wild shit, which is I'm always down for that. Like off the wall, out of line, crazy shit sometimes. But again, I don't know why anybody's taking health advice from Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn anyway. But just to cover, like, this article did make some good points. It was talking about how, for younger guys, there is this kind of push on them in the media to be manly and masculine and eat protein. And you can eat too much protein. Definitely. You can do that. And I should preface this by saying, not a doctor. I'm not a health expert. I'm not a fitness expert. I'm not a dietitian. I'm just a gym bro who, enjoys eating protein. You know what I'm saying? So this is not health advice in any way. But you can eat too much protein. I do think that young boys can be definitely impacted by that, just as much as young girls can be impacted by diet culture and airbrushing and all of that bullshit, like the pressure to be perfect at a size 0 or whatever. I think both genders, there's the gender for you, can be impacted by that stuff. So in this article, they did make valid points on that issue. However, the reason why I wanted to cover this is that this narrative is ridiculous, and it has been happening for a very long time. For years, they have been trying to paint wanting to be healthy, wanting to be strong, wanting to eat well, wanting to take care of yourself as right wing. And that's fucking absurd. To all of my lefties out there, drink water, eat protein, lift heavy shit, take care of your body. We should all be doing that, right? Like, we should all be actively trying to take care of our bodies, right? I don't think that that's a controversial or right-wing thing to say, but they have been trying to paint it that way for a very long time. And it's the whole, I think this might have a little something to do with the whole you're going to eat bugs and like it bullshit too. The protein, I think that's the protein they would like for us to all be on. But again, this is a prevailing narrative from years. Like, for example, Zoe Williams here this is 10 months old. Getting fit is great, but it could turn you into a right-wing jerk. What does that even mean? I don't understand what that means. I know plenty of people on the left who go to the gym, who work out, who take care of themselves and eat right and all of that stuff. I don't know what that means. I really do not know. Going to the gym can turn you into a right-wing jerk? No. Going to the gym doesn't impact your politics at all. Why would it? Why would it? We don't even talk politics at my gym. Ever. And I'm at my gym a lot. I go 3 to 6 days a week for at least 2 hours a day. I don't think we have ever once. The closest we've gotten to politics is talking about the Diddy situation, or which kind of led into an Epstein discussion, that kind of a thing. We don't talk about politics. I don't give a fuck about anybody in there's politics. I don't care. I'm sure some of them are right wing. Some of them are probably liberals. Some of them are probably lefties. I don't give a fuck. You go to the gym to work out. It's absurd. So I don't know what this, and maybe y'all have some ideas as to why they've been pushing this narrative so hard for so long, because it is legitimately years. As for example, this one is from 2022, I think. The white supremacist origins of exercise and 6 other surprising facts about the history of U.S. physical fitness. So now fitness is white supremacist? Like, you're a white supremacist if you exercise? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And then pandemic fitness trends have gone extreme. Literally, white supremacists' latest scheme to valorize violence and hypermasculinity has gone digital. And this is where they were discussing, this article discusses that during the pandemic, Apparently, a bunch of white supremacists turned to social media to work out. Lots of people did. We weren't allowed to leave our houses. You had to turn to the internet for some shit. You had to go on YouTube to find videos, or there was like online classes. My gym had online classes where you could like log into Zoom and still work out together. Lots of people did that. It has nothing to do with fucking politics. It has nothing to do with being a right-wing zealot or a white supremacist or whatever. It's dumb. And then here you'll see Zoe Williams. 6 years ago, Zoe Williams is talking about, do you boast about your fitness? Watch out. You'll unavoidably become right-wing. Unavoidably. I boast about my fitness. I'm not super fit. I'm very strong. I'm not super fit. I'm a chubby 43-year-old mother of two. I'm not super fit. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to better myself. That doesn't make me right-wing. And you're fuck yeah, I brag about it. I'm strong as fuck. I like to brag about that. It's cool for me to talk about how much I can deadlift. That makes me feel good about myself. Doesn't make me right-wing. It's a very bizarre and absurd line that they're taking here. And if you guys have ideas about why you think that is, I'm all ears, because it's strange to me that this is they're trying to equate health and fitness with being right-wing. That's weird. And it's a long-standing narrative. This has been going on for many, many years. These are just 4. I could have legitimately done dozens of slides on this. Dozens. I just kept scrolling. It's page after page after page of articles equating fitness with being right-wing. And that's bullshit. I love going to the gym. It gives me energy. It makes me feel good. Sometimes it sucks, but even on the days that it sucks, I still love going. The gym is fun. I've met a lot of cool people there. I have friends that I speak to every day. I get to go in, I get some aggression out. Like if you're feeling down in the dumps and depressed about all the bullshit that we have to deal with, going and throwing around some heavy weight feels good. It really does. It's nice. It's a good way to let off some steam and get some of that anger out for sure. Highly recommended, 10 out of 10. And if lifting weights is not your jam, that's fine too. If you want to go do some cardio, go do some cardio. I hate cardio. Fucking hate it. Fucking hate it. But if that's your jam, go for it. If you want to go do yoga, go do it. I can't have ADHD. I cannot make it through yoga. It's painful. If you want to go do Pilates or Zumba or go swimming, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Doesn't make you right-wing. And it's weird to me that they're trying to make it seem like if you work out, you're right-wing. That's just not true. It's not true. Fuck them. So that just made me laugh. I wanted to just joke about that a little bit because it's such an absurd narrative that I don't even know. I don't even know what that means. But there you have it. So don't eat protein. You might turn into Hitler. That's all I'm saying.
Please clap.